Fact of the matter is that tonight's episode of Basketball Wives was very boring. Tammy, you were a little bit of a hypocrite. You showed me how insecure you can be on the previous episodes when you wanted to dig up information on Tasha to use against her just in case she had came to play you. Now, why would she do something like that to someone who she does not know at all and she's meeting for the first time? Why, when you go into meeting somebody, you have to feel the need to have your guard up just in case they try to attack you? If that's the case, then you don't need to be meeting anybody. Susie, you were a dumbass for even listening to Tammy about bringing that stuff up at the dinner because she put you in the line of fire. What if Tasha would have flipped out, threw a drink at your face, beat your ass, and asked you to leave? It would have been all because you weren't smart enough to say, Tammy, I'm not going to do that because that's not appropriate for someone that we don't know. Now, granted, Tammy, you did say that you told Susie not to say it before y'all went into this woman's house, but you do know that Susie does, in fact, have diarrhea of the mouth, so it was likely that she was going to say it anyway. Evelyn, we're on episode 4 now. I'm so tired of hearing about you and Chad. You had the nerve to say Royce's storyline was repetitive last season. Your storyline this season cannot be any more repetitive. And it was repetitive last season. You want to fight Jennifer all season over a blog that she didn't even write. And then you want to convince us that this relationship between you and Chad was the realest thing on earth. Shawnee, you're boring. Nobody watches the show for you. Tasha, I'm liking you. I don't think I'm going to have any problems with you this season. But it seems like next season you're gonna say some things that may not be appropriate given the circumstances. But say what's on your mind. You know, these are real women, so real women should respect real women saying real things. This episode was so boring. Like, I feel as though, Tammy, you really can't get mad at Shawnee for saying meeting you could go really right or it could go really wrong, because in the past, it has gone really, really wrong with you. It's went really, really wrong with you between you and Susie. It's gone really, really wrong with you between you and Jennifer, between you and Evelyn, between you and Mika, between you and Keisha. It just goes really, really wrong with you a lot of the time. Now, me being me, if I'm going to introduce somebody, I'm just going to say, you know, they're cool. I haven't had no problems with them. Or if I did have a problem with it, I'll tell them the problem. And then they can make an informed decision on whether or not they want to meet the person or not. But I don't see any problems with what Shawnee said. It was the truth. Like I said, it has gone really, really wrong with you. Like, you tend to want to pop off. You want to pop people. You want to call them a bitch. You want to put your hand in their faces, but they can't do that to you. You know. So I just feel like, Tammy, what Shawnee said, it may not have been the best thing to say, but it was, in fact, the real thing to say. Just the fact, like, you didn't want to be blindsided by Tasha, which is why you went to go get some information on her prior to meeting her. The same way Shawnee didn't want Tasha to be blindsided by you and meeting you. She let you know that, you know, this girl, it could go either way really, really fast. And I don't see no problems with her doing that. But the episode was boring. And then it's crazy to me looking at scenes with Tammy and her mother ended up dying from liver cancer. That is some crazy shit. When they would have gave me the life expectancy on my mother, we would have talked about everything I had a problem with. Any question I wanted to ask, any statement I wanted to make would have been made, because there's no way you're going into the ground and I still have things I need to say, or I still have questions that I need answers to. No way. So, Tammy, I'm hoping you did have those conversations, since you like to be clear with everything else. Anyway, excuse me. I'm a little sick, y'all. But anyway, yeah, those scenes were crazy. Shawnee, this whole Tammy, Shawnee impending beef seems to just be so fake to me, because when you look at the things that these women tweet and you look at what's going on with them in the news, like, oh, y'all going through all this, but y'all just did a magazine cover not too long ago and some photo shoots. Yeah, it got real on the film and Basketball Wives. So I guess we'll see next episode We know good and well Tammy ain't gonna put hands on Evelyn again. We know she's not gonna do it to Shawnee, her boss, because I don't believe Tammy's that stupid to the point where she'll fuck up the only income she has coming in. But that's my review of this episode. Like I said, the episode was very, very boring. I miss Royce. I miss Jennifer. But they're not here, so I have to make do. Y'all have just wrote the Maverick. Peace.